Jake, as you're getting settled, just want to again thank you for being the 2024 sponsor of the Small Business Solution Series workshop, and invite you to say a few words about Mead Agency and Associates.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jake Mead, owner of Mead Agency and Associates. I know today is about automation and robots and AI, but there is an element of customer service. Life is better under our roof. We've actually been recognized so far this year as the top 100 agencies across the company out of almost 3,000 agencies. And we have been nominated for the third year in a row for the top two. It's called Community Impact Award. It's kind of like a certified B award, but it's recognized with American Family, voted by agents and employees as you provide a net positive for the community you serve. So although AI and chat and robots are the future, an element of customer service is super important, and we're here for all of your insurance needs. Jake Mead, insuringyourdreams.com. Life is better under our roof.
Jake, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So today you will discover how ChatGPT can drive efficiency and competitiveness in today's fast-paced business environment. This presentation is perfect for anyone looking to optimize their business processes or gain insights into the future of AI in business. We are thrilled to have Jen Little with the Washington County Chamber today to share her experiences with ChatGPT at the Chamber. Titonian Wallace Sr. will unveil practical ways he's been using ChatGPT. I was going to say at the front that I'm going to mess that up a couple times, to deliver exceptional results for his clients with concrete examples bring the benefits to life. And AJ Green of AI Together, they're going to offer actionable tips and tricks to help you harness the power of ChatGPT in your business operations. AJ Green adds a unique dimension with his expertise in empowering startups and small businesses by developing bespoke AI software solutions. And I'm excited to hear what that means. Jen Little directs communications and brand strategy at the Washington County Chamber of Commerce, a role she has held since 2019. With over 20 years in marketing, public relations, graphic design, brand management, and communications, Jen specializes in storytelling and visual design to elevate brand experiences. Her collaboration with businesses and nonprofits has consistently resulted in effective storytelling across various industries. A Sorensen Institute for Political Leaders Fellow at the University of Virginia, Jen has also made significant contributions to her community in local politics and advocacy. She has served in several appointed and elected roles at the national, state, and local levels over the years as an ardent advocate for various social issues, mental health awareness, and public education. An East Coast transplant hailing from Virginia, Jen now calls Washington County home, where she lives with her partner, Sean, and their rescue puppy, Daisy, which I'm sure all of you have seen if you follow Jen. Outdoor walks, visual storytelling, and reading fill her free time. Titonian Wallace is the owner of Nesace Media, a digital marketing agency based in Hillsboro, Oregon. In this role, Titonian oversees all projects ranging from digital marketing, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Instagram ads, social media management, SEO, WordPress, web design, SMS marketing, and branding. Through his business, Titonian has helped several clients across the United States to increase sales, brand awareness, and to generate exclusive leads. Nesace Media takes a holistic approach to a business's digital marketing needs. So whether small or large, Titonian can design a campaign to help achieve business growth. Titonian's educational background includes a BA in mass media with a minor in sociology from Washburn University and a certificate of marketing from Fort Hays State University. AJ Green leads AI Advantage Agency as its CEO and founder. Their core mission is to empower local startups and small businesses through the development of bespoke AI software solution. AJ's focus is primarily on streamlining workflows, boosting productivity, slashing operational costs, outsourcing expert guidance, and navigating the technological challenge prevalent in the startup ecosystem. AI Advantage Agency specializes in creating custom AI software solutions for startups and small businesses and focuses primarily on the technological advancement and creation of AI products and services. Together, this trio will share invaluable insights into harnessing the power of ChatGPT at the next level to transform your business. So let's get started. This morning, I would just have you all double check, make sure you're all on mute, because we don't want anyone to miss anything these three experts have to say. Jen, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Deanna. Let's see if this will work. Here we go. I'm Jen Little, the communications director at the Chamber of Commerce. Since ChatGPT became available, I have ardently embraced this technology, integrating into my daily work routine. I've enjoyed watching this technology evolve. Today, we're excited to unlock the power of AI for your business using ChatGPT to take things to the next level. We've got a lot of information to cover today, so we're holding questions to the end, but feel free to drop your questions in the chat as we move along, and we'll come back to them when Titonian and AJ share the great information they have for you. Let's dive into how this tool can help you run your business. Seeing how can I help you today from ChatGPT always sparks inspiration. Here's the website that will get you started, chat.openai.com. At the Chamber, it's an essential part of my daily toolkit, offering endless possibilities. It helps me move quickly from a blank page to a rough draft or outline. And today I'll give you some tips and tricks I found useful in my work at the Chamber. Embrace the technology. ChatGPT represents a leap in technology for small businesses, making sophisticated artificial intelligence conversations accessible to all. It's not just about answering questions, it's about providing innovative solutions and insights. Embracing new technologies, from calculators to the internet to smartphones and Google, has always been a journey. ChatGPT is the next step in this evolution, offering a unique opportunities for businesses to innovate. Talk to ChatGPT as if you were a friend. I start my prompt saying hello sometimes and then ask it for help as a question. I clearly request information I want to convey in a certain tone, asking for it to be responded to in a certain tone, targeting a certain audience. At times, I ask for ideas for a project I'm working on. I use follow-up questions and requests to refine my working copy with ChatGPT. I ask it to convey a message in a certain tone, targeted at a certain audience. It's all conversation. Start with basic prompts to get accustomed to ChatGPT's capabilities. The more detailed you are with your prompts, the more accurate and useful the response from ChatGPT will be. You can use follow-up questions to refine and iterate your responses, making them more relevant and tailored to your needs. Be sure to edit your responses. Responses from ChatGPT should not be your final draft. Many responses are superfluous and at times come across as disingenuous. A pro tip is to paste ChatGPT responses into a Word document or Google document as plain text or matching style, and edit and proofread before disseminating to your clients, customers, and social media followers. If you're using the mobile version, you can also paste it into the notes and application on your phone and edit there before sharing. You can use ChatGPT in so many ways. Being clear and specific with your requests can significantly improve the relevance and accuracy of its responses. You see this long list here, and it could go on and on. There's an art to creating prompts, and you will get better and better the more you use the platform. ChatGPT can assist you in creating blog posts, social media content, and marketing copy, help draft professional emails, proposals, communications, generate unique and compelling product descriptions for your online stores and website descriptions. Use ChatGPT to help you brainstorm about your website copy and much more. Some example prompts might be: generate a polite response to a customer who's frustrated in a caring and professional tone, or help me create a product description for a homemade dog birthday cake written to reach local enthusiastic dog owners. Write marketing copy for my community engagement event. Help me describe the services my photography business offers in an expert professional tone. I offer headshots and portraits for my clients. Help me write a product description for a leather wallet. Titonian will dive in deeper here for social media and marketing, but I would say that the opportunities are limitless. Imagine having a super efficient assistant who's there 24/7, ready to take a wide range of tasks at a moment's notice. That's ChatGPT for you. ChatGPT can serve as a brainstorming partner for marketing strategies, product development, and more, enhancing your creativity. The ability to make most of your finite time can be the difference between stagnation and success for your business. Quickly draft and edit documents, reducing the time spent on administrative tasks. Upload drafts as Microsoft Word documents in version 4, and ChatGPT will read your document and provide you with recommendations and improvement based on your prompts, improving efficiency. You can also schedule tasks with ChatGPT. One example is to ask ChatGPT to write your social media plan and schedule for the month, and then you can get to work on planning. I've used ChatGPT to calendar out marketing plans for future chamber events. It provides me with week-by-week tasks leading up to the event. I don't always use everything it gives me, but it's much better than starting from scratch. ChatGPT 4 upgrades from ChatGPT 3.5 has better data understanding, improved language and reasoning skills, and enhanced conversation flow. This version delivers accurate responses and manages more interactions quickly, serving as a versatile tool for a broad range of applications. It's the best $20 you will spend for your business. It's cost-effective, access to powerful AI tool without the need for significant investment in technology and infrastructure. Titonian and AJ will share amazing ways that ChatGPT is customizable in just a few minutes. ChatGPT gives you the competitive edge. Stay ahead by adopting AI technology that can drive innovation and enhance customer experience. You can even link ChatGPT to Canva. It's amazing. It's still a little wonky, but it's a starting point for when you're pressed for time, and it links directly to your Canva account. Sometimes just a recommendation and a little visual can prompt a great idea. And I'll just give my personal note here. I believe that every small business, maybe under 5 employees, should invest $120 a year in Canva Premium and $20 a month for ChatGPT. These resources will greatly help those with limited staff increase productivity and amp up your marketing capabilities. When talking about ChatGPT and privacy, it's simple. Be cautious with what you share. Think of it like talking in a public place. Don't share anything you wouldn't want overheard. OpenAI has implemented measures to keep things private and doesn't hang on to your personal chats. But just remember, for your own peace of mind, keep the really private stuff out of your conversations with ChatGPT. Embrace AI with ChatGPT, enhance your business. The journey begins with exploration. Start experimenting today and unlock new growth opportunities. Explore ChatGPT. It's technology that is accessible, that can significantly benefit your business and decrease the time you have to run your small business. Start experimenting with ChatGPT. The best way to understand potential is through direct engagement, and have fun. Ask ChatGPT to write a poem for someone you love, or ask it to write a song for your company based on one of Taylor Swift's songs, or ask it to write anything and it will have a response. Take your business to the next level with ChatGPT. Here's my contact information. As always, you can contact me anytime and I'll drop it in the chat later with any questions about for your marketing. That's what the chamber is here to help you with. Next up is Titonian Wallace Sr., Washington County Board Chair-elect and owner of Nesace Media, to help take things to the next level. Titonian, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you very much, Jen. And thank you for that sharing how you use ChatGPT in your day-to-day work. I think that makes it more tangible for others that's listening to finally understand this is the number of things that I can do. And just to share with you all, it's innumerable. There's a lot of things that you can do with ChatGPT within your business. And specifically, like Jen stated, if you're a small business at this time, you need to get in at the front line. Well, if you're not in it now, you're a little bit behind, but jump in now, start learning it, start using the free version, which is ChatGPT 3.5. That'll help get you accustomed to it, and then see the power for yourself, and then decide to pay $20 a month for it, or choose the Teams version to add more team members. And also, just to add, everything that you're getting from myself today is a high-level overview of a next step of using ChatGPT. And every subject that we touch on is actually a whole course by itself. So just keep that in mind as I start moving through here and giving you tangible examples of how it can be used in your business. So today we're diving into the incredible capabilities of ChatGPT and its transformative potential for businesses across many different industries. Imagine a world where content creation, customer support, and operational tasks are streamlined with personalized AI-driven solutions. Well, that's basically where we are, and it's only going to keep improving. Thanks to the advancements in AI technology, particularly ChatGPT. There are several other models out there, but this is the main one that most common people are aware of. So let's explore some of the ways that ChatGPT can help your business. I'll be walking through a few ways that you can use it, and I'll be speaking specifically about 3 business industries or niches, but please keep in mind that anything you see today can be applied to any business niche. So if you're not in one of these ones that I mentioned, the processes can still be the same for you and still work for your business. Okay, Jen, if you can go ahead and paste that prompt, but don't hit enter just yet, which would be the social media one. So let's start off today speaking about social media for a fashion retail business. But before I do that, you also need to know how to build a prompt. Jen touched on some things to try to tell you what the best way to improve it, reiterate, keep going at it until you get the results that you're looking for. But I have 4 clear steps that I've learned since using it, and that others have followed online, and that you'll see how the prompts that I built here for today's demonstration pretty much follow these 4 steps. And the 4 steps for building an effective prompt, if you want, write it down, is, and I'll say the words first, role, R-O-L-E, task, instructions, output. So what is that? Step 1, tell ChatGPT who it is. Give it a role. Tell it it's a marketing director. Tell it it's a social media manager. If that's what you're working on, for example, that's what we'll be doing here. Step 2, task. Tell it what the project is. What will it be doing? 3 is tell it what to do, is the instructions. And 4, tell it exactly how to write the output. So let's begin with a fashion retail business and how ChatGPT for social media purposes, how it can help decrease the time you spend on social media or coming up with ideas on social media as far as captions for your posts, any what's the word I'm looking for? Any research that you have to do, hashtags that you want to incorporate to also help increase engagement. And you can also use ChatGPT to potentially create images. Sometimes you have to work with it. It does use DALL-E 3 at this time, so you have to work with it over and over a few times. So let's look at this prompt here. So we want to do something for a fashion retail business for their social media presence. So this is a prompt that I built. I'll just read a part of it, but not all of it, so we can keep moving. As a writer for I tell it what it is. Give it a role. As a writer for a fashion retail business, your role is to create captivating social media posts. Now I give it a task. Your task is to craft compelling captions, hashtags, catchy, trendy, and current. And then every other thing in those 4 steps I mentioned earlier should be incorporated into this prompt that we built. And you'll also notice that Jen has the drop down on ChatGPT 4. Everything I show you today is on the paid version only. So these will not, they could work on the free version, but you get more data, you get online access, and a whole host of other features within ChatGPT 4. So go ahead and hit return, Jen. Thank you. So what I did was I gave it instructions on how to create captivating social media posts for my fashion retail business. This can apply for restaurants or any other service industry. You just have to give it the correct role you want and tell it what you're looking to get out of it. And since this is ChatGPT 4, this may take a little minute or so for it to think, but we'll let that continue so you can see some of the output that you get. And also realize in this prompt, I asked it for captions, I asked it for hashtags, and I asked it to look at current trends. And to incorporate emojis where relevant as well. So this is a way to show you how to start using ChatGPT and think a little bit more of how you can incorporate it in your business. How can it help your business? What can you do with it on a day-to-day basis? You could actually, I mean, it may be a detriment to part of my business, but you could actually come into ChatGPT and have an entire month, 2 months worth of social media posts, at least your captions, your hashtags, and all of that done, just waiting for you to add to an image that matches that post. And can you go ahead and stop it? I don't want it to keep going forever. Right in the input, yeah, right there. So as you see here, it started for this, let's say sash belts. Define your current style statement with our sash belts. So it gives you some information about the product, and it gives you some hashtags. It added some emojis. And I would also still do more research on the hashtags because I think you get a little bit more if you're on the platforms and you see what's going on as well. So that's the start. So now what I want to show you is something. So let's say one of these posts here. So Jen, can you copy the entire caption for sash belts? But before you copy it, in the input bar, can you put create an image for this caption and then space down and paste that caption there?
Just the caption, right?
That's the caption. Yeah, that's all we need is the caption. And this is to show you, you won't necessarily use this to create all of your social media images because it's still a little wonky. It has misspelling of words quite often in those images, but this is to show you, and this could give you ideas of what can I do for that post? I don't have anything like that. And that's another thing you can do with social media. If you don't have any ideas at all, just tell ChatGPT what your business is, what you want to do, the outcome, your target audience, your demographics, and all of that, and ask it, give me suggestions of what I should do to target that particular audience. So, and there's a whole host of other things that you can do within this for social media. So now I just want this image to be created and show you. And of course, while we're live, it has an error. Is it still running, Jen?
No.
Can you redo it, please?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's going. It's going now. It restarted, I think. Sorry about the wait. That is ChatGPT. Well, at least 4 with the image creation. Okay, we're almost there. Come on. Okay, so that's for that sash belt, and maybe you cut off the face or whatnot, but it may be a workable image for your catalog if you just want to highlight the belt. But there are other image creating AIs out there that are more powerful and give you more realistic features of humans. But for a product, let's say you just show from the neck down, that may be great for that belt and that sash, right? So that's one method for a fashion retail business to use ChatGPT to create captions, images, and to look at social media trends to help you decide what to put out right now. What's trending now that we can jump on a board with. So next, we will move into plugins. So plugins extend the capabilities of ChatGPT. One of the main plugins that Jen mentioned, Canva, is the one that we will be looking at here today. So if you can, Jen, if you walk through the process to show them how to, I'm sorry, did I miss it? Did you do the drop down and activate it to show exactly how to activate the plugin?
You just go over to the sidebar. I
Okay.
have it already in there as one of my GPTs.
Okay, then let's do this differently. Go open up a new ChatGPT 4 because I want to show them. Just click on your click on ChatGPT. Yeah, and now so 4. Now click on the drop down on ChatGPT. Okay, GPT-4. Now I'm stumbling over the name. And so this is how you activate plugins. So this is how you go into your paid version of ChatGPT to start utilizing plugins. In this case, we want to activate Canva, but Jen already has it active, but I'm going to show you exactly where you go to get it. So go ahead and click on plugins. You'll see no plugins installed. So hit the no plugins installed and go to the plugin store. Click OK. So here is a whole host of plugins that extend the capabilities of ChatGPT. It can range from anything for your business. Right now, for example, for a restaurant, you can have Canva to help you with your menus, promotional materials, your social media, anything like that. There's an open table plugin, and there's Instacart as well. So this will also allow people to, if you are on those third-party platforms, people can activate those other plugins as far as open table or Instacart and reserve a seat at your restaurant, your business, or they can place orders for items from your business straight from ChatGPT because of the power of these plugins. So let's show you another prompt for this restaurant. So can you go ahead and paste that prompt? This prompt now is kind of built exactly how the first one was, but this is to show you how we can incorporate it with, excuse me, we can incorporate it with Canva. So can you go ahead and press enter so it gets our instructions? And you see how it immediately starts accessing Canva right in the platform. And then it will spit out some templates or samples that you can go in and edit yourself to fit your brand exactly how you want it. And I haven't seen these, so I don't. So yeah, so here we go. So that shows you the capability for a restaurant. I mean, but the same thing could apply for retail, for services, manufacturing. For if there's materials you need, you could potentially get the designs you want straight out of ChatGPT using plugins like Canva. You can have people order from your restaurants as well using those other plugins. You can do a whole there, and the plugin store. How big is the plugin store now, Jen? I haven't looked at it today. I don't even know how many are out there now, but you will find what you need. There is a search bar in the plugin section to where you can put in specific keywords that you're looking for. Let's say I'm looking for SEO apps, SEO plugins. I'll just type in SEO in there and I'll get something back. You can go ahead and stop that from outputting. I don't want us to use all 40. So can you just scroll up and let people see some of the things it created, especially that first one? Because I said specifically in the instructions, the brand colors were orange with gray and something like that. And that pretty much matches it. To be honest, that looks like Nesace Media colors, just to be honest with you. So, and it can give you some pretty good things. And do you want to click on the link to show them, will it open your Canva? And here, and now, Jen is already logged into her Canva. What was just created via ChatGPT by you just giving it instructions of what you want, it created this visual representation of that. And we could change it. We could have said it's a French restaurant, it's an Italian restaurant, and then we would likely see some of these images of food change. And now if Jen wanted for her social media or marketing purposes as far as a menu for her restaurant, you now go in here and you start editing it in Canva. The layout is done for you. All you're doing is really putting in text, maybe a couple of other images here or there. So that's how capable it is for restaurants using plugins. That's it for this one. So the next level that I'm going to tell you about is called specialized GPTs. So in the service industry, customer support is paramount, and ChatGPT's specialized capabilities offer tailored solutions to elevate interaction and satisfaction. For example, imagine you can provide instant, accurate, and friendly responses to customer inquiries round the clock. That's one of several things that you can do with specialized GPTs. You can even make it, you can have it as an HR database where you upload your entire HR manuals, your employee handbook, and you can begin asking questions from those documents and get responses that are within that document that's based on your business. So let's jump into this right now. And hold on, lost my spot. So what we're going to do now is show you what a specialized GPT is. And what it is, the best definition I can give you is it's a GPT designed for one purpose. So within ChatGPT 3.5 or 4, you have this big software that can do many different things, give you multiple answers on whatever you want. But what if you want to specialize for just your business? You can create a chatbot with this, especially if you have API access and a third-party software to connect to it. So real quick, let's click on Explore GPTs. So this is where you begin to create, or there are OpenAI has a store where there are several specialized GPTs created by OpenAI and other users that are out there, and they are free to use. You just have to, be aware that some of them are created by people. There could be certain things in the instructions you might not like. So then why not create your own? So now we go up to the right-hand side and click on Create. Right-hand side, right.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. And this is the creation screen for the ChatGPT. Before you do that, I want to show, can you click on the configure? So this main create screen is your screen where you can easily just type in some instructions and have ChatGPT build that entire specialized GPT out for you. In the configure section is where you can start putting in and editing. You can build it here yourself as well if you'd like. I've done several like that. And why I don't show my dashboard today is I have like 46 GPTs across up and down my sidebar right now. So let's go back to create. And can you paste in those instructions?
Oh, perfecto, because I need to get to Beaverton.
Someone's not muted.
Yeah, I'm in a training right now. Or
Can someone
free?
mute now?
Okay.
I think it's John Michael.
I'm gonna come downstairs.
Thank you. Okay, so here's a prompt that I had, and I wanted to show you with my business itself. So with these GPTs, they also have online access. And I'm looking at time, I'm gonna try to speed up a little bit. So I told it to access my website to learn about Nesace Media. The objective is to develop a customer-based support, almost like a chat bot based on my services. So now after it's done its work in that background there, is asking, what about the name? Let's just say yes, or I like it, whatever. So it will create the name, then it will create an icon image for it, and we can preview it here on the right-hand side and start working with it to test it before we decide to make it live for ourselves or connect it to an API and put it on our website or anything like that. So this is to show you, like I said, these are quick points of several deeper things you can do with ChatGPT, but I hope you see the power that's in it and the forecasting you can do. There's just so much that you can do with it. And it's creating the profile picture. Let's just say yes with that. It should ask once it's, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even ask it yet. But once it finishes, you see that it created 4 buttons automatically for as conversation starters for the business. Did it stop? Okay, I'm sorry, here it is. And hopefully in time, as the versions increase with ChatGPT and all AI, they'll get faster. But right now, I mean, we have to deal with it. Okay, so it said, yes, I like it. And then it's probably going to ask another question or two. But what we're going to do real quick is just go, let that finish. After this one finishes, I want you to click on the configure button, Jen, to show them that now in the background, you can see the instructions that it start building, that it start putting in itself for this specialized GPT for my business, Nesace Media. So let's go over to the right side real quick, one real test, and just click on, nope, go down. Just leave it as is and click on, can you design websites? So I know the answer to this for my business and what I do, but did it pull accurate information from my website to act as customer support? You wouldn't want to just pull from your website for customer support purposes. There is a way to upload documents into it as a database. And if we go back over to the configure side, if you scroll all the way down, Jen, and show them knowledge. So right here in the knowledge section, it says upload files. There you could put your HR manuals, your, I don't know, certain designs you like that you want it to build off of. It could be anything that you want. You can add into that database and chat with it directly. So in conclusion with that, you see ChatGPT is not just a tool, it's a partner for businesses across various sectors, from fashion, retail, to restaurants, to services, to customer support, or any other industry. There is a way to use this in your business to get more done without putting in more time like we all do right now. So for $20 a month, which is just $240 a year, I do believe it's a good investment. It's a great investment for any small business. And with that, that's my conclusion, and I'll turn it over to AJ.
Guys, thank you very much. My name is AJ Green. I'm very happy to be here today. I'm the CEO and founder of AI Advantage Agency. And just to talk about what Titonian and Jen have been covering, I could not agree more that I think the $20 a month for ChatGPT is the most useful purchase I've ever recommended in my business or another business. And essentially, just to give you a background on what it is that I do, I am an AI developer. So I essentially create software just like OpenAI or like these customized GPTs. And our goal is, rather than have ChatGPT, which I consider to be a mile wide, but an inch deep, so something that's pretty good at most things, but not exceptional at anything, I create highly specialized software that is an inch wide and a mile deep and incredibly useful for certain business applications. So that's my background on here. And today I'm going to cover a few things, and we can just skip through the first 1 or 2 slides. But there's 4 main things that I want to go over. Hopefully we have the time for it. So number 1, I want to start with some resources that you guys can take away from this meeting today to start exploring and experimenting with AI. Because I'm not sure how everyone's level of comfort is with AI, but I remember when I was first starting, it was so overwhelming, just because AI is arguably the most powerful tool that we have released to humanity yet. So because it can do so many things, it's kind of hard to wrap our brain around, okay, what can this actually do? What are some of the capabilities and what are some of the limitations of this technology? So I'll be giving you guys resources, and particularly prompts and tools that you guys can use to start exploring and experimenting in AI. And I'll touch on something that Jen said earlier in the meeting, where she said that as you get better and more used to AI, you get better with what we call prompt engineering, which is essentially just creating your prompts to have better outputs. So if we can go forward to not this next slide, but the one after, so 2 slides down. Perfect. So these are some of the resources that I'll put in the chat after this meeting as well. And essentially, these are just databases of tools and prompts that you guys can deploy right now. So the first QR code is for a database of 2,500 prompts that are already made and that are categorized by industry and profession. So say, for example, that you are somebody, I'm not going to say marketing because Titanian covered that very, very well. Say that you are in manufacturing, for example, and you are interested in how to use GPT in your business. You could go to that database, type in manufacturing, and you'll see hundreds of prompts pop up they're able to use right away. So this helps curve that learning curve a little bit. So that way it makes it more accessible to start. Same thing with the second QR code as well. So that second QR code are things that are particular just to marketing. And like I said, Titonian already did a great job, so no need to go over that. Last one is AI tools. So think of it like this. If you're somebody who's new to AI, GPT has all the capabilities that you could ever ask for and then more. But if you start using AI and you realize, okay, there might be things that I want that are a little bit more specific, I put a bunch of free tools, actually like 5,000 free tools, same thing in a database that you can search through, and you can look at the price and you can look at some of the reviews from other users, and you can determine, hey, this might be a software that I'm willing to start implementing in my business or maybe not. But the whole goal for the resources was just to give you guys, like Titonian said, another action item to be like, okay, I can now be more comfortable with this technology. And I'll let you guys go through that at a later period in time, just because we'd be here for like 2 days straight if we were looking at all those prompts. So moving forward to the next slide, another really important thing that I try to focus on with my clients is educating them about AI. And I have two main solutions for this. Both of them are chatbots that I have built similar to the way that GPT runs. These are both free and they don't require any account setup or anything. So you can start using them right today. The one on the left-hand side, does anybody remember the movie The Matrix? And they had, yeah, okay, I'm getting some nods. That's good. And we had Neo, and Neo was the main character. He was the person that I modeled this chatbot after. And you know, the whole thing of, hey, take the red pill and, you know, life's different. That's what I wanted this chatbot to be for people new to AI. So the Neo bot is focused on extremely base level function of AI. This will tell you essentially, hey, here's what it can do. Here's what it can't do. Here's if I would do something else here. And it's just going to start familiarizing you with the technology itself. The AI consultant kicks it up a notch and is a little bit more higher level, where, for example, the AI consultant would tell you, this is the exact software or exact steps of implementing AI. Here are some ways that I would refine X, Y, and Z. So think of it, if you're new to AI, Neo is where I'd recommend. If you're looking for a higher level of understanding, then I would go for the consultant aspect. And like I said, these are both things that are completely free and don't take any accounts to start using. So I recommend trying them if you have time later today. And that is that for those QR codes. Going on to the next slide, this is where I might start to lose some people, and just bear with me if you can, because I bring that technical knowledge of AI. So I wanted to talk a little bit about AI itself and the predictions that people in the industry have over the next few years. And like I said, AI is so comprehensive that I wanted to break this down into three main categories. So we first have AI as a market. Second, we have AI as a technology. And the last, we have AI for businesses. So as a market, I think it's pretty obvious to everybody who's attended here today that AI is evolving at this exponential rate. And it doesn't look like that's going to change at all. So some of the key stats that I wanted to share was that we, as of today, have a market size in AI of about $100 billion. By the end of the decade, by 2030, we're expected to have close to $15 trillion of market size. So that's a compounded annual growth rate of almost 40%, which is unprecedented. So we know that through these statistical figures, it seems like AI is the direction that technology is headed in. And I would agree so as well. That's where I'm hedging my bets. For number two, I wanted to talk about the capabilities of AI. So like Titonian talked about too, like we were trying out the image generation feature today, some modes are new to AI. This was a technology that wasn't publicly available up until about 2 years ago. So when AI first came out, it was only what we call text to text translation. So as in you would put text in and you would get text out. And it wasn't until the last few months that we were able to get images out, or now we can get voice and sound, and lastly, video, which was a recent revelation within the last 2 weeks. So these are predictions that are super current, but that has to do with the multimodality. So as AI gets more and more advanced, it'll be able to understand different types of inputs. So we will no longer have to simply talk to it with text. We'll be able to record a video of us speaking to it, and it'll come right back. Or we'll be able to take a clip from our meeting, for example, and have it analyze the meeting and take notes and all this good stuff. So that's where the technology is headed in terms of modality. In terms of the token size, which is actually one of the non-flattering things about AI, but is extremely important. As of right now, GPT-4, the one that we use today, has a token limit of 128,000, meaning that you can have up to essentially 128,000 characters inside of each prompt. So that could mean that you could have a short book, or you could have a pretty lengthy PDF, and that is about the limit of what AI could handle. They just released a 1.5 million token over the last few weeks, and they're looking into creating a 10 million tokens pretty soon, which means essentially you could take a full encyclopedia and analyze every single character inside of that encyclopedia. And that's the limit of the things that we're dealing with. So looking into the future, it's only going to continue to get more powerful, and it's only going to continue to use more and more types of modalities. The last bit that I want to talk about for the technology itself, because I can tell some people are like, hey, is AGI. So AGI, or quantum computing, is, again, for most people may not be too important today, but looking in the future, the way that we're trying to improve this technology is to have something that's fully automated. So everything that we did today, for example, we were putting a text input in and we were getting something back from AI. And we were manually having to go back and forth with the AI to get to our end result. The goal with AGI over the next few months is to get to the point of where we can build systems that are smart enough, and we essentially press go and it knows exactly what it should do, and it has advanced reasoning. The implications of this from a business perspective is where I'm going to go into next, because it is immense. So the more that the token limits become larger, and the more that we get different modalities, and the closer we get to quantum AI, the more that this AI for businesses becomes ever more important. So the way that I tell my clients today is that AI today gives you a competitive edge, but AI in the future is almost a necessity. And I hate scaring people like that, but that is truly how the technology is moving that quickly. So we look at how the technologies over the next couple of months to years, we'll be able to have fully automated processes in terms of someone will be able to pick onto your AI, have a customer interaction, take a book call, purchase a link, and get you paid, all without you having to do manual work. That's kind of the future that we're trying to head towards, but in a very responsible and ethical way, which is kind of the balance that us in the industry are in. It'll also be able to self-diagnose, and we saw that a little bit today, where essentially when we create systems, if the systems are to fail, we will have such advanced computing that it'll be able to repair the systems instantly. So they'll have 24/7 runtime. I think this is one of the biggest benefits when it comes to AI in business, is that you as a business owner only have so much time in the day, right? And as your responsibilities continue to increase, some other things, some manual repetitive tasks, are things that you could delegate to this technology. And the better that the technology becomes, the more you get your time freed back from you. And all you have to do is pay a little small nominal fee of $20 a month, for example. So that is what kind of the future of AI. Without going too overboard, just wanted to share a little bit about the insights from the industry. And the last thing I wanted to talk about today was cybersecurity, because with the technology that is this new and this capable, I am constantly urging people to be extremely cautious with this technology. So there's a couple easy to do steps that I always tell my clients that I'm going to tell you guys as well today, to make sure that your information stays as private as possible and that we can limit data breaches. So the very first one is, we have talked about it multiple times today, but we were discussing how $20 a month is the best subscription for OpenAI. There is a new subscription that came out over the last 1 to 2 months, which is Teams version. And the Teams version is an extra $5 a month. So it's $25 a month for Teams. And all the difference that Teams makes is that all of your interactions with AI will not be used as training data. Because the way that OpenAI is working is that every single interaction that you are putting into the system, it's learning from that interaction, which is great. But if you have private, sensitive business information that you would not like the model to be trained on, particularly finances or personal contact information, Those are things that I would recommend upgrading to the Teams account. So simply you can just make sure that the AI will never learn from your data, which I highly recommend, especially for people that have it in the budget. Moving forward, and I'm sure people do this in some approaches, but I highly recommend it in wherever you're storing your information, what's called a 2FA or a multiple step authenticator. So there's two different softwares that I highly recommend. And you guys have seen this before, I'm sure, when you use Google, and Google is like the biggest authenticator, where essentially you have a Google account and you sign into a different website and it says, hey, I know this person before because I have their Google information, I can push them through. We're essentially looking for something of that sort. So Authy, AUTHY, is my number one recommendation because it is a two-step authenticator for virtually any app. So this means that in order for somebody to get access to your document, you need to verify on a separate device. So such as I'm trying to log into something on my laptop and I have to say yes on my phone to make sure that it's actually me accessing that data. So I highly recommend Authy. There's another one, Okta, which is a little bit more advanced. It also comes with extra fees, but the coolest part about it is that it has end-to-end breach, meaning that if somebody gets into your system, essentially that virus is killed right away and they're not actually able to take any of that data out. So if cybersecurity is more of a concern to you, I would recommend Okta. Last thing I'll talk about is the antivirus software. So I have kind of like a premium version, and then I have something that's a much more cost-effective version. I'll start with the premium version, which is CrowdStrike Falcon. And the reason why I recommend this is because, like we said, it has endpoint security, meaning that if anybody gets into your system, they will never be able to take that information out. Essentially, as soon as the virus is implemented, it is using advanced AI algorithms to kill it in real time. So that way, that person who is hacking you will never get that information. So that is the more advanced version because it uses the latest AI. If you are looking for something that is a little bit more simple to begin with, but still incredibly powerful, I would recommend using McAfee. And they have a McAfee AI antivirus, which is $20 a year. So about the same cost that you pay on a monthly basis for OpenAI, you could pay that course over the year. And the reason why I recommend McAfee is because they also use a VPN. And a VPN basically means that your network is private and that other people who are, say, your neighbors or people passing by will never, like, it'll be an invisible secure network that other people will never have access to, which again just limits the amount of data breaches that can happen. And I tend to talk way too fast in these types of things. So just if I had to reiterate the main points, OpenAI, definitely the best $20 I've ever spent before. When it comes to AI education, use some of those predetermined prompts and start exploring. And the more experimentation you have, the more comfortable you're going to be with the software. And lastly, make sure that you always keep in mind your privacy when using this platform, because the worst thing you could do is get the benefit of this technology, but then lose all your credentials in the meantime. So that's it for today. Thank you.
Well, that was outstanding. And I think we have a few minutes for folks that might want to follow up with a question. Titonian, Jen, AJ, you have time for a couple of questions?
Certainly.
All right. I will just encourage you to raise your hand or jump off mute to ask your question.
And I see John has a question in there right now. He asked about using encrypted or codified data. And I would say for your valuable information, such as passwords and user information, as well as some financials, I would highly recommend something that's encrypted for sure. And for that, it depends if you're storing it somewhere or if you're sending it. If you're sending it, it's going to sound crazy, but WhatsApp might be the best encryption on earth for sending information, because they have everything already fully encrypted from end to end. If you were to store your information internally and you wanted to encrypt it, then I might recommend using the CrowdStrike Falcon, only because that will be part of their process.
Excellent. Any other questions from our audience, or are you all just bowled away? What great presentations on many different levels, to really, whether you're already deeply immersed or whether you're just starting out. Hopefully you learned a few tips and tricks and also sort of brought down maybe the fear of jumping in, and because it's very powerful, as you've heard, and great opportunities. So it's
There's
10:50.
there's a question in chat.
Perfect.
AJ can answer.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say, I was just looking at that right now. I would say when you're using plugins in the GPT store, you're always able to access the developer information. Like, for example, I'm one of the certified developers. I believe Titonian is as well. So when you use things that we put out, and I don't know if Titonian puts them out publicly, I have like 200 that I put out to the public. But in all the ones that I put out to the public, you're able to view my profile information and you're able to access my company website. So that's a requirement that OpenAI has. So to rephrase, if I was to use a plugin on the GPT store, before I start using the plugin, I would go to that developer's website and I would look around and see, I would just go through a credibility test to make sure, hey, this is somebody who doesn't have anything, any sort of a red flag. They have all the company information listed there. They have previous clients or technologies that they've worked with, stuff to make me feel a little bit more secure about putting that information out there.
Excellent. Final questions, folks. This is your opportunity. 3 completely different focuses, but a ton of information, expertise, just really outstanding information. All right. We will wrap this up. Thank you again to our presenters. Really appreciate this was the next level for ChatGPT. Really appreciate the information and for spending time with us. And also want to thank again Mead Agency and Associates, Jake Mead, for your sponsorship of the Small Business Solutions Series workshops. And as small businesses, if there's other information that we can bring to you that would be helpful, please drop me an email and let me know what topic you would be interested in learning more about, because that's what is the work of our Small Business Entrepreneurial Council, and they're constantly looking for topics that are of interest to our small business community. And with that, I once again thank you for your time and wish you a great rest of your day. Take care.